three of you, Emily, Jennifer, and Missy, in that order. And so let me set the framework for you. Many of us have a limited understanding of what homelessness is because it's often shaped by what we see in the media, what we see on TV, and when we drive around our cities. But homelessness is more complicated than that. Homelessness is not just about people living in the streets or in shopping carts. You see them around in bus stops or in street shelters. It can be a family struggling to make ends meet after an unexpected medical expense. It could also be your coworker who showers at a shelter after working. The student relying on school meals to eat, or the person sleeping on a friend's couch. This is what we're calling the new face of homelessness. So I want to share a little data. In 2023, just last year, 62% of American families were living paycheck to paycheck. That means a lot of people were just and one unexpected bill away from being in a tough spot. And Forbes, I was reading it, the billionaires list last week, and there's an increase in billionaires with 42 of them residing here in South Florida, which is great, but it's exacerbating a little bit the housing cost and changing the affordability, posing some affordability challenges for working families. So the question for the panel, given that, is regarding the new face of homelessness. What does homelessness look like from your perspective? And if you are open to sharing it, can you tell us any personal experiences or anecdotes you have about encountering homelessness? And the stories could be about your own life, or could be things that you have encountered at work or family experiences. So I'm going to pass it. I said Emily, Jennifer, and Missy. I'm giving the mic to Emily.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you to Trish. Love being here. This is very personal to me, especially the topic, the face of homelessness. To look at me, you would never think that at age 13, when my parents' marriage imploded one night violently, that we ran for cover and slept in a car for several days. And I can tell you that I was the eldest of four. I was changing diapers in the back seat for my youngest sister, and had the fear, the cold, the hunger, what no child should ever experience. And what I can say is that God has a way in my life and has turned every pain I have into a purpose. And I love Chapman Partnership, and I believe that, we're called here to do a great duty. And for me, it is personal. May no child, may we have a part in that to help no child ever experience that. And it's not just, children, but the face of homeless can be anyone. And oftentimes, once you've experienced it, I had a red jumpsuit that I wore, and I washed every night, and I got it at the bargain basement. And I remember I couldn't even wear red for years after that, because the whole memory brought me back. But, the idea that we don't know what situation, it could be health, it could be, my mother suffered from mental illness, so she did the best she could with us, and whatever situations were handed to her, she's a hero, may she rest in peace. But to not make that judgment, and to know that, that the typical reason why there is no typical reason why someone may end up in that situation. So, thank you.
I'm Jennifer. Hi, everyone. My name is Jenny Marquez. I am an attorney. I am a mother, and I was born and raised here in Miami. Miami is my home. I used to tell everyone, this is the only city I've ever lived. So this is the only place I ever know. So this is very home to me. And I love serving Chapman Partnership. I started in Next Gen. Next Gen is their young professionals group. I want to say I started about when I was 26, 27, and I was looking for a purpose, a mission to serve. I had grown up in a very humble home, and I felt that it was a duty and responsibility to give back, to help others. And so I started with Next Gen, And there in Next Gen, I had the opportunity of connecting with children. Anything that relates to children is just a little, touch for me. I have a 5-year-old right there who is filming me as we speak. And now she is the new purpose of serving. But with Next Gen, I had the beautiful opportunity of serving with children. And there we met, during my time of service, a young man called Terrence. And Terrence was someone who was living, a young man, 16, 17, he was couch surfing, the new definition of homelessness, right? And he wanted to go to college. He wanted to do something for himself. And through Next Gen, we did 2 important things to help him. We did number 1, which was making sure that all of his school supplies were met. Anything that he needed related to schooling was helped and assisted. And then number 2, when he got into college, make sure that his dorm was ready and that he did not let this moment define him on who he was. And that was very impactful to me. And I think that that's one of the things that I love about Chapman is that we make sure that children who are living at Chapman aren't defined by this moment of their life, that they realize that there is a whole community of people, not just the ones sitting here, but the volunteers day in and day out, the people who work there, the entire community who is dedicated to helping them. So that's what I love doing Chapman, serving under Chapman. I have also the opportunity of serving through Women United at United Way, and it all connects together in some way or another.
Fabulous. Thank you so much, Jennifer. Missy?
Hi, everyone. I'm Missy. I'm actually a retired hairstylist. I did hair for 26 years, and I got burnt out. And then COVID happened, and I said this is probably the perfect time to stop. So then I did some soul searching for a couple years, and I came up with the idea to create the Ladies of the Little Lighthouse. And we are a purpose-driven group. We volunteer and we do fundraising events. Chapman Partnership is very near and dear to my heart. We have a program there on Tuesday nights called Story Hour, where we go in and we read to the children before they go to bed. And we have exclusive nights with the Ladies of the Little Lighthouse where they go in and they volunteer. So, I feel like these children need us. They need our love. We walk in there and they just run up and give us a hug. Every time I volunteer, I bring my children with me. Layla and Prentice. Layla reads books to the kids, and my little boy runs around with the boys. And I think it's very important that we raise this next generation to help and be aware. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing. Amazing stories of vulnerability and experience and the new face of homelessness. It's very important that we keep that in mind. I'm moving on to the next question, which is, I'm going straight to Susie and Frances and Caroline for the question. So let's discuss now the concept of building bridges and our shared responsibility in addressing the evolving face of homelessness, as we just talked about, particularly concerning women and children. So when we talk about building bridges, it's essential to identify the resources and the solutions that are available to us. Each of you are being honored today for your valuable contributions to our community and beyond. So could you share with us today what initiatives or efforts you've been involved with in support of women and children, and or what resources, key resources, do you believe are essential for success and for building bridges to support women facing homelessness? Susie?
Good afternoon. Thank you very much for this honor. I'm really humbled by it. As many of these women have already said, Chapman means the world to me. 21 years ago, I started with my Temple Israel of Greater Miami, as part of the Social Justice Committee. And we have always had a network with Chapman because they are our neighbors. And we decided that because we're Jewish and we wanted to be able to bring some Christmas joy and help out especially the people that are living, or that are working at Chapman, give them a little bit of a break. We put on a Christmas party for them, and of course, Jews love Christmas, so it worked out really well. But 21 years later, and this vision was not mine alone. I share it with my co-chair, Jenna Green, who is not here today, but I share this award with her. I've known her since she was 16 years old, and this has just grown to be something so special. My daughter she's born on Christmas Day, or Christmas Eve rather, and she has celebrated her birthday at Chapman for 21 years. So it's a very personal story. I'm very blessed that I don't have a personal story with homelessness, but I know that if not, but for the grace of God, it could be anyone, and I've seen so many people come through those doors, and I know that they could be our neighbors, they could be our friends. I see that, and I'm just really blessed to be a part of that. In terms of what we can do, I know that I've had a support system my whole life, and so we need to be there. We need to support each other. We always need to support the women with whom we work, the women who we love, the women who are helping to make everybody's lives better. So I think it's just sticking together. This room is filled with gorgeous women who are bright, beautiful, talented, and extremely committed to this organization, which is incredible, really. The people who work there, they dedicate their lives to making people feel whole and giving them some joy. And gives me more joy, I think, than even them when I am able to do that. So I love it.
Beautifully said. Thank you so much. Thank you. Francis?
First of all, I want to say that I am honored and humbled to sit here. We just celebrated 10 years in business, and Chapman was the very first community involvement we had from the day one. I was introduced to Chapman by a resource officer, Wanda Mendez, and we have been involved with Chapman for the last 10 years. It's a village at 11. The employees, the staff, my partners, we all care about the community we live in. We all give back to the community we live in, and we feel it's our responsibility because it's what has brought us all and blessed us all so much. Homelessness is a responsibility of humanity. Humanity, we all have to get together, and we all have to work together to solve the problem. And it's not just about them not having a home. There are issues that they have. There's many, many reasons why people become homeless. And some people have a misconception as to why that is. But it's very easy for people to slip into that, and they need help. They just don't need a roof over their head. They need many kinds of services and help. And when it comes to women and children, I just feel very strongly that there are just a lot of amazing women out there that can help and offer and pull someone up. Most of them just want to be pulled up. And we have all been blessed, and I feel that we all need to give back.
Caroline?
Thanks, Stacey. I just want to say thank you for this amazing award. It's such an honor to sit up here with this panel and then also the past honorees in the audience. So thank you very much. I very much accept this on behalf of the Miami Marlins. And, we are bridge builders in the community. We've been really fortunate to be able to do a number of engagements with Chapman and really to go on site and to see the amazing work that Chapman does. We bring our employees into it. One of our favorite things that we do each year is to adopt a few families from Chapman for the holidays. And, it's really fun to buy the gifts for the children, but you also see, the necessities like towels and household items that the parents need as well. And our staff really enjoys getting to know those families and then going on site and doing a surprise for them. and, just being able to bring a little bit of joy there. Throughout the year, we invite the families and the employees of Chapman out to enjoy Marlins games and give a little bit of levity in what really is just a very difficult situation, but just to help wherever we can. And, it's an honor to be associated with Chapman, and we love the partnership.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. So now you understand why these women are honorees today. They are amazing. Thank you for sharing your stories. Thank you for everything you do. And as our panel discussion comes to an end, I want to thank all of you, every single one of you, for your active participation. I want to thank the audience for your active listening. Very impressive. I want to thank Chapman for the learning opportunity and for all you do. It's been an enlightening conversation. I wish we had more time to talk about this very important issue. We've briefly stepped into the shoes of those experiencing homelessness, and I hope you have been as inspired as I've been, gaining a deeper understanding of the new face of homelessness. Remember, addressing the issue is not their job. It is our responsibility. So let's continue to walk together, building bridges and creating positive impact in our community. Thank you, 2024. Take a walk of your shoes, honorees. I am humbled to be here with you. Truly amazing.
Thank you.